Welcome to Beers and Brawls, the show where my guests and I drink beer and talk all things wrestling. Welcome to today's episode. I'm your host Jared, and thank God we didn't get shut down after having Down Under in here last time. We had a few lawsuits to clear up, but that's all good. Other than that, on to today's episode. So joining me on today's show is one half of the PWSA Tag Team Champions, Pro Wrestling South Australia, a wrestler from Riot City Wrestling. He is Down Under's tag team partner. He is Jensen Hunt. Jensen, thank you for joining me on Beers and Brawls.
Thank you, J-Rod?
Jared.
Yes.
Thank you.
Coronavirus.
I was going to say, I hope you did that beforehand.
I
was going to steal some, is that right?
That's very expensive, I hope you know.
I'll just use a little bit. Oh, it's on the table. Anyway.
Goodness.
Right, before we start, just a bit of a welcomer.
Top shelf?
Well, unfortunately, we can't afford that. We're an up-and-coming show, so you get last of the good stuff. There you go.
Well,
We're only a...
suppose I should drink with the commoners once in a while.
Well, thanks for waiting for me, but alright.
You said on top shelf?
Yeah, well... Unfortunately, I'm a freaking assistant, because,
Did you fire her?
well, no, actually, Down Under forced her to quit. So...
Is that one of the lawsuits you were talking about before?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do you need some of my lawyers to help you out?
That's alright, I gave him a few buffaloes and that sort of soothed it over a little bit. He's, well, your mate, as we know.
He's an interesting fella. I enjoy his company in a niche kind of way, but he is an interesting fella.
Yeah, you've got the tag team titles from PWSA.
Absolutely we do. Longest reigning PWSA tag team champions of all time.
Coronavirus had something to do with that, or?
No.
No?
No. We'd still be the longest reigning PWSA tag team champions. It's obvious.
Obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you make a good team, two big
Exactly.
boys together.
Vicious and delicious.
Yeah, I like
It's
the name.
obvious which one's which.
You're the vicious one. Alright, we'll get serious now. Alright, so, what have you been doing during this sort of period? Training sort of getting back, are they? Or what's
Yeah,
going
training's getting back. I mean, I've been trying to keep myself busy with various business dealings and whatnot, and a good personal friend of mine, Donald, is having a hell of a time over in the United States, and why are you laughing?
on? Nothing. Oh, I hope
Do
you're
you
not
know
talking about Trump, are you?
You might be president to you, but
Oh.
to me, it's just Donald. We're golfing buddies. He's just having a bit of a more difficult time than we are here in Australia, and
The show's not political. We don't
thoughts and prayers go out to him. However, no, I've been very, very busy, and yes, it's great that here in Australia we can get back into the sport we love, the sport of champions, the sport of kings. Horse racing is great, but the real sport of kings is professional wrestling, and that's what we're doing now, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah, awesome. Alright, sweet. Well, let's get down to it. We're going to do 10 and 5, so I'm just going to ask you some 10 questions. You have 5-minute limits, a bit of rapid fire.
Were these passed through my secretary first? Did she approve them?
No, unfortunately, no. We couldn't get hold of her, she was too busy, so.
Yeah, that sounds like a waffling settlement right now.
But I think you'll approve. So whatever comes to mind, we'll just fire them at you and we'll see how you go.
Alright, let's...
So, right, so start timer. So first question, pretty much, who is Jensen? What's your bit of backstory? What can you provide us?
Jensen Hunt is the epitome of excellence. It's the epitome of, success in Australia. It's the epitome of success in the world. I've worked hard to get where I am, and I do not apologise for how I got there.
Yeah, alright, I like it. Short and sweet, nice. When did you start wrestling?
I began wrestling in 2016. So, yes, about 4 or 5 years ago.
And what drew you to that?
What drew me to wrestling was, like I said, it's a pursuit of champions. It's the Roman Empire at its best was to have, two men battle each other until the bitter end. And there is no better place than places like Riot City Wrestling, where you have the epitome of gladiator opponents that you can challenge yourself against.
Nice, I like it. I like it. Favorite wrestler?
Favorite wrestler would be Triple H, Hunter Helmsley.
Yeah. From back in the old days, or?
Up until now, I mean, when he started, he was very aristocratic, very posh, very, well-to-do, and that obviously appealed to me.
Yeah.
But then, as his career has progressed, he's become a man of business and a man of great success, and somebody that I think all the world should admire.
I like it. Nice. Favorite alcohol drink?
Well, I'm drinking with the commoners, so I am drinking beer. I would normally ask for a glass, but I've seen the state of your kitchen, so I chose not to.
Well, like I said, the assistant's left, so I'm stuck.
So there is that. Outside of that, I do enjoy a nice Bordeaux and a nice glass of red wine and a nice whiskey. And I see you, it's definitely shelled out.
I've tried.
Yes.
That's all we can afford on this budget. Who is your dream opponent? Who would you like to face? It could be all time, could be in Australia, could be anywhere.
All time would have to be a toss up between Ric Flair and Triple H. I believe they're two of the best of their generations.
Yeah.
I believe they're both technically gifted wrestlers. In terms of in Australia, there's a laundry list. I've been very lucky in the last 12 months to have faced many people that I would want to. Rocky Minero stands out. Mick Moretti is another one. Matty Wahlberg is one that I would like to have a match with. Nice. And probably Tyler Daniels.
Yeah? Cool. Good list. Which wrestler would you love to punch in the face? Just square in the nose.
He annoys me sometimes, so Kit Condor. Even though we are tag team partners, he just doesn't take that bloody mask off. Outside of that, the other one would have to be James Cray. James Cray, I would just love to punch square in the nose and his bloody Pepsi loving face and hit it.
And not down under after a few beers?
No, down under's a pussycat after a few years. The fans will, I'm sorry fans, you're going to have to figure this out, but down under is actually a bit of a soft.
Alright, there you heard it here first. Most embarrassing moment in the ring?
Most embarrassing moment in the ring was teaming with Jonathan Corbinet.
Alright, that's fair enough. Wrestling goals?
Wrestling goals is to continue to be the biggest and the best that I could possibly be. It's to take over South Australian wrestling, it's to take over Australian wrestling, it's to take over Australasian wrestling, and eventually to take over the world of professional wrestling.
That's big goals.
Start small, grow big.
It's good. You can check up little things, build up to the big ones. I like it.
Correct.
Who would you like to wrestle drunk?
Matthew Hayter. I figure that's just
You don't think he's gonna? Well, he already tried to fuel people up. But you don't think it's gonna happen during the match?
I figure that Matthew Hayter is a very easy drunk. I figure he's the sort of person that you give him a couple of Mike's Hard Lemonade and you give him a couple of Smirnoffs and he's going to be passed out.
Well, that low body fat probably helps.
The low body fat. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. I will give him that. And back to the most embarrassing moment in the ring. I love Jonathan Corbinet. He is a hell of a person. It was just a very interesting match to face Gods and Monsters with an impromptu tag team partner.
Yes.
And a tag team partner as different.
Were you with Kit at that time, or was it before Kit?
This was mid-Kit. This was mid-Fist and Flips.
Where is he gone? Where was he?
He was facing Royce Chambers.
Okay.
As I believe.
Big opponent. Alright, time is out. That's pretty much all the questions anyway. Let's just hit that. Boom. Awesome. Cool. How's the beers going down, alright?
Well, look, I only buy the best. Carlsberg, imported fresh from Denmark. So, yes, it's...
You didn't even get Australian beer.
Why would I get Australian beer? That's just swill.
No, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure my toilet is where Australian beer comes from.
That's a good point.
Especially what Down Under drinks. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. We all know about Down Under from episode 1, and he had a bit of he was on the rum.
The rum.
Yes, the fighting juice.
Yes,
So.
that does not surprise me. I was wondering why I got those few text messages from him that were a little bit sappy, but a little bit aggressive at the same time, and that explains a lot.
Well, he nearly sunk this podcast in one episode and got our assistant to quit, so...
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, I thought, we'll see how we go, but obviously not good enough, so we're bringing the tag team partner.
I'm messaging Donald. I'm messaging Donald right now.
Don't get anyone assassinated,
And
please.
it's just...
Cool. So thanks for those questions. Just to finish off, though, I'm just going to have another shot. Now, I'd like you to wait for me this time, but
fine.
you're a busy man, so
Yeah, it's...
I don't want to waste
Should
your
I
time.
watch it? It's sterling silver and diamonds.
It's very nice.
Yes, Prince Charles had it too.
Well, hopefully this show makes enough money one day that we Mate, it's not that bad. I like to get to watch like that, but we'll see. Anyway.
Right.
Cheers, sir. Thank you. Oof. Alright, nice. So, we're going to watch a few matches.
Beautiful.
Now, I picked two of your matches. I haven't told you which ones they are, so I just want you to act on the fly, talk about it however you want. No WWE match this week because YouTube did not like that and tried to shut us down. So, we'll cut that out. We'll stick to the local stuff because it's better anyway. So, first match we're going to watch is from RCW Live 50. It is yourself and Jonathan Corbett against Gods and Monsters. Grim and Big Brody Marshall.
Were they tag team champions at this point?
I think they were.
Yeah.
Yes, I think this was I'm pretty sure this is a title shot. If I'm not mistaken. Let me have a just quick read of the... no, I think it doesn't stay it.
No, this was the match where I believe Kit and I had potentially a title match, but then Kit had his match against Royce, and I had to have the substitute of Jonathan Corbett. This was my first...
Great substitute to have.
My first delving into the Corbett experience. One that I will not soon forget.
Alright, ready to get going?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to start with your entrance on here, once she loads. A little bit of sound just for this, bit of that. Ah, Jesus.
They are two magnificent specimens.
They're huge.
They are...
They do have the titles, yeah, they were.
They were champions. And these were two, the beginning of last year, these were two of my dream opponents. Two people I really wanted to have a match against. And I believe, shortly before I was able to face Grim.
Yeah.
And so to be able to face Big Brody Marshall was great.
Well, that... What is he wearing?
I don't even know where he's gone.
Do you have any control over this bloke the whole
No,
time?
he is... I will give credit where credit's due. He is a free spirit. He does what he wants to do. Oh, he's pretty face paint here as well.
Oh, yes, there you go.
And...
I love the robe, by the way.
Yes, the robe was made by a very lovely young lady in southern Adelaide by the name of Dawn Styles. She's a great seamstress, worked for the BBC many years ago.
Wow.
And yes, when I said to her that I was after a robe that just exuded my magnificence, and here we see the referee disrobing me as he should.
I do like that you've only got the robe and whatever Corbett is carrying, and Gods and Monsters got a pile of shit in the corner.
They have...
What? How much stuff do they need?
And Grim is still wearing half of his
And he's
attire.
drinking out of this horn, so he's getting drunk. He's not taking it seriously before the match.
I will admit,
What's he drinking?
it's a bit intimidating. It's very intimidating to stand across from a Viking god, and he's drinking what I can only assume is some sort of Valhalla elixir.
The blood of his enemies.
The blood of his fallen enemies.
Well, they are big dudes. Look at the size of them.
They are.
How many bodysuits do you have?
I currently have 3 completed and another 2 on the way.
Nice.
Same black tights, same black boots.
Yeah.
Because they don't need to change.
No.
Cheap plug for any potential aspiring wrestler watching. Get good quality gear.
Yes.
It lasts you a lot longer and is cheaper in the long run.
There you go. You heard it here first, guys. Make sure you pick that up.
Where's your assistant?
No, she's not here, man.
Oh.
I'll put them down here.
Well,
I'll clean it up later.
I've had a manicure recently, so yeah, I can't.
No, you're a guest, so of course.
$1,000 for this manicure, so.
As a guest of the show, why not?
Hey.
So, and I'm coronavirus free thanks to your nice smelling stuff, by the way.
As I said, only the best.
Nice little graphic across the screen there.
Yeah, this is one of the beautiful things with Riot City Wrestling, especially in the last probably 18 months, is the production values have stepped up immensely.
Yeah.
It's fantastic to see, and it just makes the entire production, the entire show, even something like this where we're not at a venue like HQ, which we've frequented.
Yeah.
Or the
You wrestled at HQ?
I've not wrestled at HQ. I was unfortunately not able to, but well, here we go.
What's going on here?
Big Brody Marshall and myself.
You're just as big as him.
Yes.
So what is this go like? What is the go of this? I've seen some of your matches. What's the fun wrestling? What is this about?
So thumb wrestling, my father and I used to thumb wrestle quite frequently, and it's a gentleman's pursuit. It's very hard to cheat, very hard to. Oh goodness.
What is he doing?
He's doing what he wants.
Now he's interrupted your.
I'm
thumb
pretty sure I
wrestling.
just saw up his man skirt.
I don't want to look up that.
I didn't want to, but unfortunately I now have. And
You missed him,
yeah,
dude.
he's quite a solid.
He's like a brick wall, man. Look at him. Oh. You should have grabbed him then. Fun wrestled him.
No. Again, gentlemen's.
Attack.
It's a gentleman's sport.
You gotta find any way to win, mate. Just get him.
No. See, this is where you young folk, you internet wannabes, just think, look.
Oh, got him. Over. Oh, close.
Unfortunately not.
That was good. I like that. Very quick. I like it. Quick thinking. I hope you leave Corbett out. Oh no, you're not going to tag him in.
No,
Why did you get him against Grimm?
Strategy. Think of this. I wear out the other two. I'm fresh. They're worn out. Corvet's taking the beating. I then tag in.
What until he dies before you can tag in? Like this.
Well, he's not dead yet. He's still alive.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh.
Okay, that
How much do they really hurt?
chops
Yeah.
from Grim.
Or from Grimm, yeah, do they kill you or what?
See, look at that.
Oh.
That is, to answer your previous question, Grimm's chops are like basically getting a shotgun of rock salt to the chest.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're not pleasant. But see, strategy.
I like it. It's different.
Strategy. We have brawn and brain in myself, and we have weird new age seance in Corvet.
Did you teach him any tricks?
Yes.
Oh, the roll up.
I taught him that.
I like it.
He did not know that before I, saw him 30 minutes before this match.
So you were meant to be with Kit this night, but he went and wrestled
Royce Chambers.
the
Correct.
Japan superstar.
Correct. It's one of those things. You can't fault Condor for wanting to further his career. Royce.
An opportunity like that, yeah.
Correct. Royce was beginning to make a serious name for himself on the Australian domestic circuit, I should say. Now beginning to make a name for himself on the international circuit. Again, you see, this is the mind. We're messing with their minds. We're messing with Grimm and Brody Marshall. We're messing with their minds. All they need to do is get freaked out. Imagine this. We mess with them enough.
Yeah.
And they get so frustrated it causes a disqualification. Therefore, we have a disqualification win over the tag team champions.
Makes sense. But you don't win the belts, though.
Yes, but it's a moral victory. And at the end of the day, it's all about the paycheck. You know, and yes, okay, we're not the champions. I'm current champion with Peter Mercedes, as we mentioned before.
Yes, yes.
But at the end of the day, the paycheck of winning. And
so you're chasing the money just like down under.
Why else are we doing this?
That's true.
Why else are we putting ourselves through such vigor? I mean, look at my body right now. And it's my, as Down Under would say, rig, for lack of a better term, is...
You've got the muscle there. You've definitely been hitting the gym. Or, you're definitely hitting the gym, you're picking up him. I like it.
There we go.
Good.
And now...
Who's your inspirations?
Inspirations, obviously Triple H.
Oh, Jesus.
There we go. That's...
Does he not have a broken rib after that, or what?
Well, I'd hope so. That's the whole point of the move. My inspirations come from a variety of sources. Oh, God. I know exactly what's coming up here.
What's going on here?
Oh, goodness.
He missed him! What the hell? What is he doing? Did you teach him that?
Mind games.
I don't know if that's mind games.
That is 100.
That's just a miss by a mile.
That is 100% mind games. See?
Where's he going? He's going to tag him green.
See, they're completely distracted. They don't know what they're doing.
Oh, now he's got him.
See?
If only he was... Oh, okay. There we go.
You just wait. I recall now, and I believe Jonathan will surprise. See, I'm not just another pretty face. I know exactly.
Hey, what's this shit? That's
exactly.
dirty. Far out.
Exactly.
What
See,
look
how desperate they're becoming this late in the match. They are deciding that they need to do 2-on-1.
Why? They're the champions. Why do they need to act like that?
Correct.
What are you doing? What are you doing when you're out on the side? What are you yelling shit? You talking?
Motivating number one. Making sure that he's okay. Making sure he's still coherent.
Yeah.
Especially after something like that. And number two, just...
What's he doing?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Look, Grim is... He's confident for a reason.
Oh, cool, they chopped him. Those little noodles ain't gonna do much.
No. He basically looks like Grim's breakfast right now.
Oh. Ugh. Ouch.
But essentially what I'm trying to do right here is make sure that, again, like I said, part of the strategy is that these two wear themselves out working on Corvidae.
Yeah.
Because Corvidae is messing with them mentally.
Oh, jeez.
Now, I can run in and break up a pin at any moment.
Yeah, yeah.
So therefore, like I'm saying, yeah.
He could have died from that.
No. I knew he was okay there. I knew he was fine. So we're making sure that we know what we're talking about. We're in sync. We're together. They wear themselves out on him. I'm gonna then eventually come in and all hell's gonna break loose.
I feel that's a bit rude, just being...
But see, look, overconfidence.
Yeah, I get it.
The greatest weakness of man is overconfidence.
Get it.
Yeah.
And...
And...
What's he doing? Is he gonna sit on him? Oh, jeez. You're like 7 foot or what?
Grim is a large individual. Here we go. And boom. See? Now he's worn out.
Ah, the famous aeroplane spin.
The famous aeroplane spin taken from many.
How dizzy do you get though doing that?
I don't get as dizzy.
I say, whoa, what's he doing?
See, he's trying to spin me.
Dude, he ain't gonna spin you.
Exactly. He's worn out. He's been spending all his time on Corvidae.
Where's Corvidae going?
To take out Brody, who's trying to interfere. And watch. Bit of double team move.
Here we go. Here we go.
I thought this went differently in my mind.
Didn't he pick him up? Oh, wow. No, that's just crazy.
See?
Well, now he's
Imitation is
now
the
he's
sincerest form of
making
flattery.
himself dizzy, so now you've got the advantage.
See? Now they're both dizzy because they're not used.
What is he doing?
He wasn't quite ready.
See ya. I don't think he's ready for anything in this match. Oh shit. Oh, what's going on here? That's a long way up.
It's a long way up for a large man like me. But
take that.
Again,
there you go.
intelligent.
There you go. Got him. It's over. Ooh.
A great man once said, "Intelligence, intensity, and integrity," and I possess all three.
Oh, Jesus. How's your jaw after that?
Sore.
Good. There you go. You're still alive.
See, as you can see, I'm.
What drew you to tag team wrestling?
Tag team wrestling. I loved tag team wrestling as a child. Watching wrestling growing up, I always felt there was more personalities, and whether it was a tag team that was custom built for each other, essentially like Gods and Monsters are.
Yeah.
And you'd sometimes get two tag
Delicious.
teams that were just made for each other, and they fit.
Whoa!
Look at this. See?
Oh, and he's dead. And back to your story.
But then there were also tag teams that were, and to use a team that was like made for each other, the Hart Foundation or the British Bulldogs.
Oh, jeez.
Or the Smoking Guns.
Get in there, Jensen.
Yeah,
What are you doing? Why did you trip over?
Have you ever been in the ring?
No, but...
Exactly, it's tiring.
No, I get it.
But to further what you were asking before is, you would have teams like the British Bulldogs or the Hart Foundation or the Smoking Guns or the New Age Outlaws, and they just gelled as a team.
Yeah.
But then you'd also have these teams like Owen Hart and Yokozuna, or Kane and X-Pac, or Kane and Rob Van Dam, and they were completely different personalities, completely different. And that's what I loved about tag team wrestling, was whether it would be a team that were, as we say in the business world, with synergy.
Yeah.
Or a team that was completely different and had different ideals and stuff like that, but still made it work. That's what I loved, and you could see that come through, and that's what I loved about tag team wrestling. That's why I love tag team wrestling. The different personalities you get, and also the fact that you can just have you can have so much more, I feel, with a tag team than you can sometimes with a singles.
No, that's fair enough. Probably obvious question, but who's your favourite tag team partner?
I've had 3 proper ones and a couple of one-timers. It's a tie, and I'll explain why. So the 2 answers are Kit Condor and Down Under.
Yeah.
And for the exact reasons why I've just explained. So for me and Kit Condor, it's a complete contrast in styles. Kit is very new age. He's very hip. He's very
flippy.
Into it. He's very flippy, as one might say. He has a different philosophy on wrestling, but he also has a different philosophy on life.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm a bit more traditional. I'm a bit more, low key, a bit more powerhouse. That's why I love tagging with Kit, because we complement each other because we don't complement each other. We're yin and yang, where we're ketchup and mustard and a hot dog.
Yeah.
They're both great by themselves, but you put them together and you've got something magical.
Alright.
On the other hand, we've got myself and Down Under. And again, myself and Down Under personality-wise, people might sit there and think, well, how do these 2 people even get to know each other? Because Down Under is from the local pub, whereas Jensen Hunt is from the high rollers table at the casino.
Well, the fans of the show will know all about Down Under from last episode. So
Correct.
yes.
Down Under is a brawler, bruiser, but so is Jensen Hunt, and that's where we complement each other. Just because our personal lives don't necessarily mesh, our in-ring styles do. We are the sort of people that have fought since children, as children, just in different circles. He's been fighting from the gutter. I've been fighting the Fortune 500. So we've been fighting, but at the same time, we've managed to come together and go, you know what? I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate what you've done. Let's get together. Let's take over the tag team world. And that's what we've done.
And one of your last matches at PWSA was a hardcore match. Is that right? Falls Count Anywhere?
Indeed it was.
How did that go? Catch up, mate. What's going on?
Look, I don't normally drink this carbonated beverage, but
no, fair enough.
the PWSA tag team title match was something out of my comfort zone. I prefer to do my fighting in the ring.
Yeah.
If I'm going to fight on the streets per se, I prefer it to be a little bit more gentlemanly. However, Michael Weaver and Jacob Viper, I should say, there was a lot of bad blood there. Look, I'm not going to deny it. We antagonized them. We won the belts from them, and little known fact, they were the previous longest reigning PWSA tag team champions.
There you go.
We won the belts from them. We ended their record reigning title reign. And honestly, Down Under and I didn't think they were in our league. We thought at the time we were better than them.
Yeah.
So we played around with them a little bit. We beat some of PWSA's darlings, so to speak. Yeah. And eventually, though, as all things do, it was time to pay the piper.
Yeah.
Michael Weaver and Jacob decided that they wanted revenge. When they came at us, we thought, this is a bit, pardon my French, shit. This has taken us a bit by surprise.
Yeah.
And we walked out. And we walked out purely based on the fact that we probably hadn't strategized, probably hadn't taken them as seriously as we thought we should have.
There you go.
But then, we had a couple of other matches, and we were in the PWSA Battlefield match, which I was excessively proud of Down Under for breaking Axel Impact's shoulder. Because at the end of the day, this is blood sport. This is fighting. And as a champion, I've learned this now, as a champion, you are getting paid more.
Yeah. And
to win is one thing, to be a champion is another. To be winning as a champion is even better.
And the paycheck's a lot better.
The paycheck is a lot better. And I'm really enjoying the paychecks I'm getting as PWSA Tag Team Champion. So to take out a potential competitor, more power to it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we did antagonize, we did provoke. They issued all these stipulations. We want your belts, and we want no countouts, we want no disqualification, which is fine. I can understand where they're coming from, but as a businessman, that doesn't make sense on my part. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a businessman, this seems to be a deal that's very skewed one way. What am I getting out of this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a victory, but the chances of my loss far exceed the chances of my gain.
Well, exactly. They could put you through anything. They could hit you with anything, hurt you.
They could hurt us. They could injure us. They could take our belts.
Yeah, exactly.
They could take my money. So
paycheck.
We decided that the only reasonable thing would be to request that if they lost, they split up as a tag team.
Okay. Yeah.
Put the pressure on them, as we like to say.
I like it.
Put the pressure on them. Make them rethink their challenge.
Nice.
Now, they came back and said yes, as people do.
Yeah.
But Down Under and I, we really took that fight seriously. We knew from day one, as soon as they accepted our provisions, we knew that this was going to be a fight. This was going to be a proper brawl. And we decided to take it as such. So, we fought, we bled as brothers.
Yeah.
We took our licks as brothers. But what they didn't take was our PWSA Tag Team Championships.
Exactly. Came out victors.
We came out victors. Last PWSA event sit before coronavirus, and we were in the main event.
I like it.
Last RCW event before coronavirus, and I was in the semi-main event.
There you go. What match was that?
That was myself and Kit Condor versus the Perea, who are a fantastic young tag team.
Yes,
A tag team that I had a great deal of admiration for, and even more so now that we have faced each other.
Been in the ring, yeah.
Been in the ring. And
they went away for a while, and then they came back, and then
they did. They, from what I've understood, they went to Europe, as all young men should. Go to Europe, sow your wild oats, and came back with a different philosophy on life. And I believe that philosophy aligns with Rocky Monero, as has been seen by their recent alignment.
Yes, yeah.
But to a degree, it aligns with my philosophy in that at the end of the day, popularity is one thing, is another. Money is another.
I like it. Well, we're ready for the second match. Now, I've dug up a little gem for you.
I can see that.
I believe it is your debut match.
Not quite. I debuted
quite?
2 weeks before this.
Yes.
But this was there's a big backstory behind this match. Essentially, there was an opening.
Yes, yes.
Somebody was unable to make the match against Tony Toro, and I was asked last minute to fill in. And by last minute, I mean quite literally last minute. Had to get one of the young boys, rookies,
yeah.
to actually drive me to my stage because I'd given my chauffeur the night off.
Hang on, so you're telling me you didn't have your gear with you?
No, I made the cardinal rule.
I've read, this is the golden rule. You need to have your gear with you.
Correct. And I made the cardinal mistake. I thought that this night would go off without a hitch. And I was wrong. And I got caught with my pants down. Yeah. Had one of the young boys take me back to my penthouse and collected my attire. Came back, found Mr. Toro in not the best of moods, and thought, well, I believe it was I believe it was Jim Ross that said, grab the belt, kid, make yourself famous. That's what I tried to do in this match.
Alright. Well, the match is from RCW 200. Great celebration there. Tony Toro, Jensen Hunt. I believe at the Latvian Hall.
This was at the Latvian Hall. This was
Shit. Hang on. YouTube's fucking with me.
Jeez. Of course it is. See, if you paid for proper YouTube like we do.
Man, I've told you, this show is up and coming, mate. It's struggling.
I'm very well aware by my surroundings.
We got
here we are. So
Tony Toro kid. What is he doing?
See, this is pre Tony Toro going to I believe he went to the Lance Storm Academy.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes.
And
he now has a women's belt for some reason.
He now does have a women's belt.
I don't know what this shit's that about, but...
Well, I suppose if women and men are equal, then...
Well, yes. We should treat each other as equal, so yeah.
Correct.
If it gets a belt, he gets a belt.
But Tony was a very capable, wrestler here. Then he went I have not faced him since.
Here you go. Thumb wrestle?
Thumb wrestle. It was part of my repertoire. It was not a successful part of my repertoire, I will admit. But I did work my thumbs exceptionally well. As you'll probably see by...
Well, I can tell between this match and the last match, you've been hitting the gym a lot more.
Yes, it's one of those things.
This is a very young-looking Jensen.
Yes.
Your hair is not very long at all.
My hair's not very long. My beard is all over the place.
It's looking like Corvid has those noodle arms, man. What's going on?
This is the thing, J-Mod, is that...
Here we go. You gotta win this. Got him. Ring the bell, it's over.
See, this referee doesn't understand the International Worldwide Thumb Wrestling Federation rules and didn't count the pin.
No.
In terms of
you
my...
You ripped off right there.
I did. I should have won the match. In terms of my noodle arms, which they are quite... as I'm watching this, I'm beginning to realise, goodness, they are quite small. No, it didn't take long for me to realise that pure size alone was not going to just get me anywhere in wrestling.
Yeah.
I was a naturally bigger person. However,
Good contrast.
We saw it in the last match with Brody Marshall.
Well, you needed that muscle to go against gods and monsters.
Correct. And you can see it in Tony Torov right now, and he is a...
Wait, what the fuck is that shit?
That's disrespect. That's all that is.
No. Oof. Tony Torres not he's a women's champion now. The commentators are on about that.
No, the commentators were on about the fact that I, at one point had been the international worldwide heavyweight thumb wrestling champion.
Yes, my bad.
So they were merely commentating on the fact that...
You shouldn't spit on a champion like that.
Correct.
I get it, okay, yeah.
Yes, my hair is quite short, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I can understand beefing up to go against gods and monsters. Hey, here we go, aeroplane spin. Beefing up and going against gods and monsters because they are triple the size of this Tony Toro.
And that's the thing. You very quickly realise that if you don't work on it, you'll be left behind.
Yeah.
And that's what I've tried to work on, is that just because I'm 6'4", just because I'm 105 kilos or whatever it is, that doesn't mean anything unless it's in the right places. Yeah. So making sure that...
Here we go. Now this was hard to find because this is one of your only single matches. You haven't had many single matches, is that right?
Correct. It was not long after this. Bit of cheating.
What? It's over already?
Yeah. A little bit of cheating there.
What's he grabbing the tights for?
So grabbing the tights adds leverage because you're pulling the tights whilst grabbing the tights whilst pushing down. It just adds leverage. It makes it harder to kick out of a pin.
I don't think that's very fair by him to do that. That's a bit of bullshit right there.
Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, it's what you were saying before, why I've had more tag team matches than, I suppose, singles matches, is not long after this was when Fists and Flips were formed.
Yeah.
And not long after that was when Vicious and Delicious was formed. So I decided to put my money down on the tag team scene.
Yeah.
It's paid off. Obviously.
Yeah.
I've become a tag team champion from it.
Longest reigning
tag team champion. However, I can honestly say that there's something unfulfilled about my singles wrestling career, and things will change. I will definitely be doing something towards singles in the coming months. And I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't know how, because I still want...
Well, obviously we're everyone's burdened by this coronavirus. So once wrestling can get back up and running, you can
Correct,
sort
but
of explore your options there.
yeah, but I want to make sure that I do right by Kit. Kit and I,
What is with that mask for a start? What is he? This is shit.
he
ain't Mexican. I can see he's white as he's white as anything. That boy.
he has a strong belief in a certain thing, and I don't feel privy that I should share that right
No,
now.
that's fair. No, like I don't need no secrets.
No, but Kit and I have struggled recently in recent times, and I feel that we just need that hit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
we need that. We need that home run. We need that number one single. We need that box office success. If we have that, we will transcend to another level. Down Under and I have that. Down Under and I have had the success.
Well, imagine if it was you and Kit instead of you and Condor for that title match.
Correct.
Not Condor, Corvidae.
Correct. If it had been if it had been us instead of that, that might have been, and maybe that's, without I don't want to put Kit off in any way, shape, or form. He did what he did because he had a great opportunity.
Oh yeah, for sure. No.
But perhaps it was a little bit of selfishness on his part that he decided to take that match over what we had.
It's a hard decision.
Correct, and I hold no ill will against him whatsoever. However, look, at the end of the day, who knows? PWSA starts up again. Vicious and Delicious, longest reigning PWSA Tag Team Champions. We don't really have any real competition in terms of tag teams there. Perhaps, I don't know, PWSA Heavyweight Champion Jensen Hunt and PWSA Tag Team Champion Jensen Hunt, PWSA Open Champion Down Under, and PWSA Tag Team Champion Down Under.
I like it.
At the end of the day, we can take that company.
Can you defend those titles at like RCW or something like that? Can you bring them over or not?
As far as I'm concerned, the legalities between the rules of PWSA and RCW prevent us from defending the belts. It's not that I'm against it. I would be more than happy to defend my belt.
What happens if they end up in Gods and Monsters' hands?
If they end up
in Parade or something like
that. I believe that myself and Down Under have proven enough that we would be able to retain those belts.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we've proven that, as in business, it's a bit cutthroat. And as in business, sometimes you need to live by the philosophy of by any means necessary. So I believe that if we were to defend our belts against the Pariah, against Zack Sabbath and Mike Boomer, against Gods and Monsters, against anybody, we would be able to retain. I won't say win, but I'll say retain.
Cool. So thanks for watching those matches with me. I hope you enjoyed a bit of a trip down memory lane there.
Yes, I'll be firing my secretary in the morning because she did not warn me about this when she booked this. But
look, I'll be honest, I didn't even call her because I just wanted to keep this a surprise, keep you in suspense.
I'll still be fine.
Obviously, this doesn't pay much, so I was just trying to keep it under the radar so they didn't tip you off that it was going to be a bit of a.
So what you're saying is it doesn't. I'm not getting paid for this.
What I'm saying is just come have a shot on liquor.
Horrendous Bunnings-esque chair, drinking bottom shelf scotch, getting bombarded with questions that I should have been briefed on beforehand, and you're still telling me not to fire my assistant.
Well, you can fire her if you want, but
who said it was her?
Well, you fire them.
It's 2020, J-Rod. You can't just assume that my assistant is a female.
That is true. No, I apologise for that. But you can fire them if you like.
It is, by the way.
got nothing to do with me. You agreed to come on here, so for that, I thank you.
Yes.
Shots to finish off.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
Yeah, we need to make some money off this so we can buy some better shit.
I might just donate some better shit, as you might say, to you. 'Cause
Well, if I briefed your secretary, you might have got some better shit when you brought in some.
if you told me that this is what we were going to be doing, I would have bought some top shelf. Have you ever heard of Johnny Walker Blue Label?
I have. It's way out of my price range, bro.
You see, I've got about a case of it sitting in my basement at home.
Well, there you go. See, all you wannabes.
Brief.
Don't follow my lead and brief your guests.
Brief your guests. We will bring
But,
good.
Anyway, to wrap up, I'd love you to plug your social media. If you got Twitter, Instagram, anything like that, you want to chuck out there for the fans.
Socialized media. Absolutely, I have socialized media. It is the way of the world nowadays. At Jensen Hunt Pro PW. I should not say pro wrestler because it's PW. Jensen Hunt. Jensen is Jensen Hunt PW, and you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter, and you can also find me on Facebook.
The links will be in the bio as well.
I also have
so
MySpace for those that are a little bit older. I still have a MySpace account.
What the fuck's that?
MySpace is what social media was before social media.
There you go, kids. So that'll be all in the bio as well. So if you do not get the spelling right, check that. You can find the links to Jensen's socials. Keep up to date with what he's doing. Hopefully, once this coronavirus shit clears up and they get back into wrestling again, we can see him defend those titles and see what he's up to next.
Absolutely.
Easy. Alright, done.
J-Rod, thank you.
Thank you, Jensen. Thanks for being on here. Come on, we've already done that.
Yeah, I don't know where you've been. You've been to the toilet like 3 times since we recorded this, so...
Well, you can't get coronavirus if you have already used that. Is that the rule?
I don't know what's in your toilet.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Alright, thank you, sir.
No worries.
Easy. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Beers and Brawls. A big thank you to our guest, Jensen Hunt. Find all the links to his social media in the bio of this video. I'm very thankful that we were able to do this episode today. We didn't get cancelled after episode 1. Just check that out if you want to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, on to the next episode. Cheers.